Righto, so we've got all the lighting, we've run these cabling, we got it all sort of hooked up in here. So now is the 2 fans we got in there and these fans here. We have put them on the back, but I am actually gonna probably put them on the inside. Depends on how much flow comes out here and disturbs, or I might have to put something on there just to break up that flow so it doesn't mess up the paint in the room too much. But what we're gonna do now is we're gonna put a power point here that these will bolt into, run a lead over. And we're gonna have another power point here for the power supply for the lights, and there's also going to be a light switch and everything all tucked in here as well. So that's what we're going to set up now, and we'll get that sorted out.
We are going to play a typical number. We are going to play a typical number with a typical amount of loud and low passages. Let's do this! Do this! Smoking! Right? Right on! Hell yeah! We are going to play.
Okay, so we've got to wire it up. So what we've got is a power point here, which feeds over into the switch here. The fans inside here, the extraction fans, feed off this switch. Power point feeds off this switch, and the lighting in here will feed off of this. So this power point will just be switched through this switch. So for lighting, so let's plug this thing. Oh, and so extension lead plugged in the bottom. So we plug it in, that's how we power it. So technically it's a pluggable appliance. So we will turn it on and see what happens. Both the in fans are working and the out fans. And then should be that one, oh no, that one, and then hey, there you go. There's 2 not working because that one's not plugged in, and this one I have left the wire out. Okay, I'm not. So we got them on. It's pretty bright in here. Round. Obviously that border get trimmed, but yeah. So if we need more, we can add more. The benefit is, we can just put more in the middle. Some more here if we need, some there. We'll put more boards in the roof if we need to add more, but we'll see how it goes on our first paint. I mean, that's pretty good compared to some of the other stuff we've done over the years. This is pretty good. It's just enough room in here to do what we need to do. It's not perfect, but certainly going to be a lot better than doing it outside and depending the weather. So the next thing is filters, door, and ventilation out through there. The fans, I think these fans are going to be okay. They're not as violently bad as what I thought. They're not going to be too disturbing. There's a bit of air in there. We can put a shield on there and buff it down anyway, which isn't a bad thing. Some of the clear plastic in there, put another board in, just use it to direct it away. It's just pulling that air in. So there'll be a filter in there as well. Extraction filters there. Yeah, it's good. Almost there. Okay, so we've got the lighting, the electricity done. So what we're going to do now is run the ventilation from here to here. So we're going to put some brackets on here, run a piece of wood the whole length, run the venting across to that. We wanted 300 mil, but we managed to get 200, so we can always make it bigger later on. So we're going to start chucking that in, and then our last thing is the door and the bit of material around here and just a few sort of secondary bits. But it's still nice and bright in here, which is excellent for what we need. If we need more light, we need more light. Things like this here, we will box this off. We don't want those joints out in the spray. Same with this one here, but all these holes, as you can see all around here, will get sealed up. So we want them nice and clear, nice and waterproof as well. So we're gonna seal them in and out. Probably just gonna buy a better container that's not full of holes, I think, and give this away to someone because the tarp keeps getting blown around on the roof, but we will have this whole back section fully sealed as best we can. So, yeah. Righto, so we got it done. We have also added some fire suppression gear, which is quite handy. We've got more going to go down the other end of the container as well, but we've got our ventilation tracked in. We're going to have to get another one for that other end. It was a bit longer than what I checked. We've also made a door, so we've got a plastic sheet that hinge it up. There'll be a stripping on the inside for the seal. We'll have a grate over this, seal on this door, pop this open, 2 sets of filters. To seal these 2 holes and a filter in there, and we're probably going to put a bit of a cover on here because the flow from this is quite big, so we might run some just cover through there with a bit of sort of rope or string to let that air flow in the back. But otherwise, yeah, so we're not too far off trial on this thing. Some plastic, a few hinges, we're good to go. All right, so we've got a door on. We have our screens. This one obviously sits in there. We have our screens here for our exterior extraction filters. Pretty well there. So now what we're going to do is we're going to seal the door up here and around. So we've got some foam seal, but we're also going to put this weather stripping seal the top of the door along there to seal that up. We're going to look at some soft seal in here. We do have to get a couple of latches for this, which I don't have yet. We'll have a latch in here for this. Then we're going to put the plastic on that door. So I was looking at staple gunning it, but we might try to put it on and then screw something over just to keep it on. But we'll look at that in a second. Now, the other thing, this gap, all these holes around here, there's a couple here, it's a bit on this side. We're actually going to get some expander foam sprayed in there and fill that out. Stuff in the roof, on the other hand, these will actually seal from the outside for now. We'll get some mastic sealant to help with that, and then clean this thing out and give it a go and see what it does. So we've got the spray foam filled in. We did all around the tops, down the sides, and along here at the moment. We get the fans running, help circulate a bit of air. Now halfway through that, the lights died. So it looks like the transformer may be a little bit too small. It's not that it's overloaded, it overheated. So we could have cooked it. If not, just get a bigger one. If that ain't gonna work, I'll make a fan forced one. So either way, we are ready to rock and roll. I've just got to patch that there and the holes in that, and we're done. So bit tape on the hinge. You know, I don't want to use tape where I don't need to, but you know, all our seals are in as good they are. So the door's a bit hard to pull in. They're all on here. All this is good to go. Stripping. So I think this thing is just about ready for a test run. So we'll do these last couple of bits. We'll give it a good clean. We will lay something on the floor just because of what it is. So we'll probably end up getting probably like a paint drop cloth, because plastic with the paint tends to stick to your feet and anything after the fact or during the fact of painting. So if you use a drop cloth, we get better on the floor. It's much nicer to walk on, won't stick to your feet and drag everything around. But we'll vacuum everything. Any other holes that we've missed we'll touch up as we go. The roof we will touch up as we go for them, but for now it'll be sweet. So I think we're ready to rock and roll.